Welcome. That was very nicely done, Brian, I must say. Welcome to the Doug Freidman Show. This is episode 4, and one of the topics we're going to be covering today is posting more, something that we all need to do in our lives. And I think it's a perfect time because today is 2/2/2/2 on Tuesday.
It's quite a lineup there.
Absolutely. So, the moral of the story is people are always thinking about like when's the perfect time to start. Why not start today on this very special 2/2/2/2/2 day
On Tuesday.
On Tuesday, yes. So we got the crew here. We got the Undefeated Media crew here, and it's a big day, especially, I'm super excited because Brian is manning the station right now. He has all the power. He has all the control.
This guy right here.
B-Rock is leading the charge, and now I'm taking a back seat and, going with the flow. So we want to remind you guys that we are live. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please put them in the comments section. And we can answer them live. B-Rock will filter those.
Yes, I will.
And I'm excited. So how we doing, guys?
We're doing good. I mean, I'm excited to get on the switcher today, working the boards. First time doing a live broadcast, so it's exciting.
Yeah, that intro was smooth.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
I
was
tried.
a very
I
smooth
tried.
intro. Very smooth intro.
There was a small little hiccup. I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys saw it. I guess when you're switching between the intro countdown to the
Yes.
Doug Freidman intro, there's a little bit of a frame that you can see us in between.
So there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. Brian made it look seamless, but there's like 10 things that he's juggling before we get started.
It was nothing. It was nothing.
A lot of windows open, but that was smooth.
Thank you.
Stuff. Rachel is doing the behind the scenes. Rachel, why don't you come wave?
Oh,
there you go.
there you
Rachel's
are.
doing behind the scenes, and we'll have her rotate in because we got some questions we're going to answer from the team. Because I believe the stuff that they ask will help and benefit you guys in your businesses. How am I sounding, guys, on the mics? How am I?
You're sounding good to
sounding good.
us. I don't know about you. Connor.
My headphones. stink.
Clear. Yeah.
All right.
clear.
Connor's clear to you
Just
too,
making
Doug?
sure. Nothing's clear to me on these
Uh-oh.
headphones.
All right. Well, I asked
But it's
if you,
okay. No,
I
I
asked if
hear
you
you
wanted to
very.
switch
no,
the
it's
headphones
fine.
before we
You got the
started.
nice ones.
I do
And
have the nice
Shout
ones.
out to Brandon from Panasonic. Brandon hooked
Yes.
those
Yeah.
up. Those are
Thank you,
amazing.
Brandon.
So yeah, guys. This is episode 4. So, we need to take a little bit of our own medicine because, we run a podcast studio here. So we're always posting and putting episodes up for our clients. We need to take a little bit of our own medicine and post more and do more here. So this is episode 4, officially episode 4. I believe we have 7 maybe podcast episodes here from Undefeated Media, and we want to do more of them and help and provide you guys for more info and content. So that's why we're always asking. Put some questions in the comments so we can answer them live. But what really had me going, and if you check the Instagram post I put up today and TikTok, was basically today's the 2/2/2/2/2. It happens once 100 years or something.
Mhm.
And why not use this as your springboard to do more, get more going, and rock and roll? A lot of times people are procrastinating and they're waiting for the perfect time. Well, guess what? There is no perfect time. You got to make it the perfect time, and you need to kick ass and take names. I mean, you're never gonna, nothing, the stars aren't gonna align, and content's gonna fall from the sky and be like, this is where we should start.
Yeah, perfect is an impossible goal.
Absolutely. So, before I just start riffing, because I can go on for days, are there any questions that you guys have that we should talk about?
I mean, kind of piggybacking off of what you said, if you need that little springboard, that little start date, for that, a lot of people choose New Year's, but some people slip up on their New Year's resolutions, which is fine. We all do it. But, maybe today would be a perfect day to get back on that wagon and keep going.
Absolutely. And this is the perfect time that you brought in New Year's, a perfect time to evaluate, have you kept up with your New Year's resolutions?
Right.
I believe 90%, I don't know the stat, 90% of
Couple
New Year's
weeks.
resolutions are not accomplished within the first 2 weeks or something. They don't last longer than 2
They
weeks.
give up after half the month.
Yeah. So we're checking in with you. We're holding you accountable. Are you? There it is. Are you holding to your New Year's resolutions? Are you continuing on your goals, or have you, fall off the wheel? So use this as another springboard to keep you focused, keep your mindset.
Yeah, Doug, I got to ask you, have you been keeping up with your New Year's resolutions? Did you set up any for yourself?
So posting more. If I could come up with one, I didn't officially have a New Year's resolution. But if there was one that I would focus on, it'd be more focusing on taking our own medicine and posting more for us.
Yeah.
We are always posting and making creative content for our clients, so our stuff comes to the wayside because our clients come first. So my New Year's resolution, I guess you could say, was doing more stuff like this so we can get the message out from Undefeated Media. So yeah, I guess we can say we were holding ourselves accountable. You guys have been doing a great job. Rachel's doing it right now of getting behind the scenes stuff for our vlog and working out and organizing the hard drives and getting those vlogs up so we can start showcasing the stuff that we do and behind the scenes look at the people we work with and get to, share their story because, you guys see us here doing this, but there's so much cool, fun stuff that we're doing with clients that we want to show you more of that as well.
Yeah.
How about you guys? You guys have any New Year's resolutions?
For myself, I told myself I'd start exercising more. I think one of the biggest problems for me is I end up setting goals that are a little too unachievable off the bat. So I kind of just took a smaller approach. I got to be honest, it was Master Phil who kind of, I wouldn't say fully inspired me to do it. It's been something I've been meaning to get around to more, is just, being a healthier person. But he kind of just put it into perspective and he's like, listen, if you need New Year's to do it, that's great, but just go and do it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go and do it.
Yeah,
So
incremental. Just, it's not a big leap, just steps.
Definitely. Yeah. And it's been good.
So definitely shout out to Master Phil. Master Phil's always inspiring us. And, he says, and every one of his podcasts, the Master Phil in Your Corner podcast, every one of his podcasts, he says he does like 50 push-ups, sit-ups. It's right there, Brian, if you want to click on it. 50 sit-ups, push-ups, squats, bridges, singles. That's his morning exercise. And it might look daunting, but he gets it done within 15 minutes in the morning. And if you could just start small and work your way up, that's great. Like start with little successes. And that goes with in general in life, content, working out, everything you do. Like start with a small, easy, attainable goal so you can get through that, feel happy and successful so you can move on to the next goal or make that goal a little bit bigger. Because if you say, I'm going to run a marathon or I'm going to, run 5 miles the next morning, I'm going to be a runner and I'm going to be in shape, I'm going to run 5 miles, you're going to be miserable running that and you're never going to want to do it again. Right. So make your goals attainable and start small so you can have that success, build the confidence, be happy about it, want to do more rather than, failing or being too overwhelming that you don't want to do it at all.
Yeah.
Connor, do you have any resolutions?
Well, I was going to say those small accomplishments definitely keep you going. Because, I mean, if people have like a little foresight, they're not seeing the finish line. So just keep going, grab that water on the way. And you'll make it there. I mean, I've started and stopped a lot of resolutions in my life. Try to keep going with this year, getting more organized. I know that's my MO here. But in general, just be more focused on, the things that are in front of you,
Awesome.
Can't think about everything else as much. And so much to think about.
Yeah. And going off of the small things, I mean, they don't have to be big things. Small victories lead to bigger ones.
Ooh. Absolutely.
And on top of that, it builds the consistency. I think that was the hardest part for me, was finding that rhythm. I think, especially when I was setting out goals that were a little too unachievable, I'd win some and I'd lose some, but the wins, were few and far between. So just being able to snowball a few smaller victories that'll just continue to build and build to where, you start off, doing very little. And then a couple months down the line, you look back and see where you started from and what you're doing now. And it didn't feel like you took on that much of a change, but you look back and see how drastically different, whatever it is from how drastically different it is now than where you started from.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
Great
adds
stuff.
up. And then you see how much was actually done.
Yeah.
When each time was small.
Cool. Want to remind you guys, we are live. So questions, comments, concerns, please put them in the comments section. We can answer them live with you today. What else we got, guys? Questions, comments, concerns. Could be about anything.
Anything? Well, I've always wanted to ask you this. I don't think you answer it. You ask our clients. It's a fun question. I know it's right now. We just started, but you ask it at the end. First concert, best concert
Oh God.
from.
All right, so you can't make fun.
I can't promise anything, but
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll try
here it
my
is.
best.
You
Yeah.
can't.
Be
We can't
gentle. How about
promise
that?
our reaction to
We
you.
Be
will promise to be gentle.
Be gentle.
We'll
It
have
wasn't
some
by
restraint.
choice. It wasn't by choice. I was, I hope Adrian's not watching. It was like, third grade or whatever, and I was like not like trying to like first crush or whatever, like going to a
Mhm.
concert with a bunch of girls, whatever. And the first concert I ever went to was the Backstreet Boys.
Wow.
Oh.
That's not bad. And I got a similar one. My first concert was in Sync.
Nice.
Whoa.
So
Yep.
Mine was 98 degrees.
really? So yes, it was the Backstreet. Now, fun fact, we were leaving the
Mhm.
venue. This was the Izod Center or whatever it was
Continental
back then.
Airlines
Continental
Arena, baby.
Airlines
Yeah, right.
Arena.
Rest in peace.
And we were walking out, and there was literally like out of a movie, every girl was like on what they thought was the tour bus. And when you watch movies where like they're slamming on the
Yeah,
window
yeah.
and they're like pushing, and it looks like the bus is rocking back and forth. So we turn, we're leaving the place, and we turn, and that's the image we see is this
Uh-huh.
big tour bus pushing back and forth, whatever. We're walking the opposite direction. So like everyone's over there trying to like rip this tour bus apart, and
Yeah.
we're in the middle of nowhere going to the car,
Uh-huh.
right? And in one of those little security Izod Center vans,
Yeah.
they pulled up next to us and said, "Thanks for coming," and drove off. I shit you not. I'm not even making this up. Everyone's trying to just mangle this bus, and we're walking
Yeah.
a mile away from the bus, like in the car, like
Yeah.
walking to our car, and in this little like white security van with the yellow light on top,
Uh-huh.
and it's like a van or whatever. And literally, they're like, because we were like far away from we parked far away.
Yeah.
They're like, and you know how like that center is like this big circle around it. So like
Mhm.
they're like making the turn to like get into the exit, and like our car was right there. So we're like walking, and they pull, and they like literally pull up, all five of them. They're driving like, and they just wave, and we're like, what?
They
So I guess they had the
definitely-
decoy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they definitely like, hey, they brought all their friends. We'll throw you
Yeah.
on the tour bus. You'll get to see what life is like
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
us, but we're just gonna go
Yeah.
out in this van.
So
Yeah.
there was the decoy.
These
So that's the
guys weren't
first.
trying to harass us. We'll say what's up.
So that was the decoy.
Uh-huh.
And then they went away. So that's the first concert. Best concert. It's like it's not even an official concert, but best musical experience.
Mm-hmm.
I got to work the Emmys, and they flew me out to LA, and for a week, they're prepping for. Excuse me, I say the Emmys, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I also worked the Emmys, but we're talking about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame here. All right, so they fly me out to LA. I'm there for a week to do the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. For a week, they have like band practice
Mm-hmm.
with Beyonce, Usher, Foo Fighters, Rolling Stones, Rush. Like for a week, I'm sitting with Tom Hanks' son, who was the host of the show.
Not Chet Hanks. The
Not
other
Chet
one.
Hanks? Yeah.
Whatever one is his famous son,
The White Boy Summer son or
the
the.
actor. Tom
that
Hanks'
Chet?
son, who's
Right.
an actor.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I know him. He was in Orange County. He's hilarious. I
Yes,
thought that was him.
let's
yeah.
find the official name because I'm terrible with names.
But his other son,
Right. His other son
would-
was up to some shenanigans this past year. I don't know what he's doing.
if he was hosting,
Not that one.
Not Chet Hanks.
that'd be a
Not
great
that
show.
Okay.
Colin Hanks.
Colin Hanks.
Okay.
Colin Hanks.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry, Colin. So me and Colin
Mm-hmm.
sitting front row at the Staples Center or whatever that.
Crypto.com arena now.
Yes. Well,
Yes.
there's three of them next. They're literally on top
Right,
of each
there's-
other.
The Staples Center, the LA Forum, and then there was another one.
Yeah. So it wasn't the Staples Center. It's the one next to it where they have this big theater.
Okay.
So we're sitting front row for a week, and I'm watching Foo Fighters jam out with Rush and Usher and Beyonce. So best concert, I think that has to take it, because literally Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they'll have like 20 artists come and jam and like have this grand finale
Right.
where they all come on stage and perform. So we got to see all the practices, and then during the show too, like I'm backstage and all this stuff's going on, which
Mhm.
was awesome. Now, one thing to put the icing on the cake, I'm a drummer, right? So I mean, nothing crazy. I've been playing drums for forever, since I was a kid. So I like the drums. And Ron Perlman from Rush,
Mhm.
R.I.P. God rest his soul. Right?
Wait, that's Neil Peart.
Neil Peart, excuse me. Yes. Who's Ron?
He's
Ron
the,
Perlman's the guy from Sons of Anarchy, isn't
He's
it?
Hellboy.
Or Hellboy. Yeah, yeah.
And
Not him, not
is he
him.
still alive?
Which
He's
would
still
be-
alive.
Okay.
Yeah. So now I don't want to.
Yeah.
See, I'm terrible with names. That's why I had to look up Colin Hanks. Neil Peart,
Uh-huh.
right? Connor's the musician here.
Yeah, I'm a drummer too. Yeah, Neil Peart.
But you're official. You know this your stuff. I just jam out every once in a while.
Look, Neil Peart. That would be
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah. So
if,
Neil
I
Peart.
met him.
Not only did I meet him, they're setting up the drum set. So Neil Peart has a legendary drum set that's 360, goes around in a circle.
Jeez.
And
How
he
long
has
did
to-
that take to set up? Jeez.
It took at least like 2 hours. So they're setting it up, and I'm watching in awe.
Mhm.
Like he's not even there. I'm watching in awe. I'm like, whoa, this is really cool. Like whatever. And like Neil comes up behind me. I don't even know it's him. And he goes, pretty cool, right? Like I'm like they're all setting this up, and it's just me, like a little kid, like right. And he goes, pretty cool, right? And I'm like, yeah. And I turn into him. I'm like, oh yeah, man, dude, this is awesome. Like you're a legend. I play drums. Like you're my hero. This is great. Like he's like, you play? I was like, yeah, not nothing crazy, but yeah. He's like, go ahead, sit in it.
Don't.
Sit in
Yes.
Cool.
And I was like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, go ahead, sit in it. And they're like just like you have to get locked into it.
Like it's a car
They
sitting
gotta,
there.
they gotta drop
Yeah.
you in from
Literally
above
like,
because
well,
it's
like
a
it's like a
360.
car. Yeah, it's like the door. Like they like swing part of it in. They go in and it closes like a door. So I'm like, you sure? He's like, yeah, go ahead. So I sit in it, and he's like, go ahead, like play something. I was like, no, out of respect.
Yeah, right.
I'm not gonna play out of respect, but I will take your drumstick and hit the snare one time just to say I played Neil Peart's drums. But yeah, that was probably the best concert.
I can see why that might be
Yeah,
the
right,
top of your
right.
list.
Yeah,
Um,
that's cool.
does anyone else have any interesting?
I'll let Connor
Stories?
take this before I answer. 'cause
Oh,
I mean, it's your question.
It
yeah.
was 98 degrees. No, my first one, my brother actually took me. He knew he went to high school with the lead singer of Census Fail,
Okay.
and I went there.
Oh yeah, they're from Ridgewood, no?
Yeah, the lead singer is, as much as I know,
Mhm.
Buddy Nielsen. It was cool. I was, I think, 12 or 13, and that was probably one of the better first concerts I could go to.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite, I saw Tame Impala at the Beacon Theater, and that was just awesome.
Yeah.
It was they're great.
Yeah.
What about you, Brian?
First concert I said earlier, in sync. I may or may not have peed my pants. I was a little afraid of fireworks, just a little bit. So when they opened their set, they went crazy with the pyro. I peed my pants, and that's a whole other story. Best concert, that's a tough one. I'm gonna have to go with. They're bands you guys haven't heard of. Mom Jeans and Just Friends at Asbury Park.
Nice.
Was pretty
Whoa.
dang epic. It was like I just found them too, so it was a fresh artist. Super excited to see them. And I've since seen Mom Jeans 4 times. So
Cool.
Very cool.
Asbury Park, was that in the summer?
it was actually during the
Warmer?
winter. It was weird to be
Oh.
down there during the winter. There was nobody. It was a ghost town. We walked down that the boardwalk with the huge
Green
building that
building?
you have to walk through.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was just like super creepy in there. There was
Yeah.
everything was boarded up. It was weird. It was
Yeah,
weird,
but
but
like great show. But
great show.
It was weird getting there.
energy, but like in a good way. I don't know. Awesome time.
Cool.
Nice.
Yep.
I'm sure you did, just like I experienced with the Backstreet Boys. I'm sure NSYNC was very close.
Mhm.
I think I lost a year of hearing.
Oh
Like, the
yeah.
girls were just screaming at the top of their lungs for
Uh-huh.
like
Yeah.
4 hours straight.
Yeah. No.
You
It
had to have
was-
earplugs or you were losing your ears.
Earplugs. I mean, for me, my hearing was lost due to the pyrotechnics. But
were you sitting front row?
I don't remember exactly where we were close though. I don't know how we got
Nice.
these tickets.
Brian's
But-
touching Justin
yeah,
Timberlake's hand.
I just remember fireworks, pee, walking around like the
the
concourse.
pee was real. The pee's
Oh, the
real.
pee was real. Yeah, it went fireworks, pee,
That
and
was
then
yours?
me and my mom walked around the concourse. We're looking for like a security guard or something for
Mhm.
earplugs.
Wow.
So
Mm.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
hearing
Nice.
is definitely, if you're going to an NSYNC concert, Backstreet Boys concert, 98 Degrees concert,
Watch out.
Mhm.
your hearing is just going to become impaired in one way or another.
Yeah.
There's no way around it.
And
So
I'm already a
bring,
drummer, and it's just loose in it.
bring ear protection.
Yeah, no, that's for
Got it.
sure.
Cool.
That's-
So,
yeah.
do want to remind you guys we are live. Questions, comments, concerns in the comments section. We will answer them live.
Mhm.
Rachel, any New Year's resolutions? Yes, no? Yeah, you could chime in.
Okay. Yeah, mine was to just like read a little bit more, listen to a podcast more, and gain more knowledge. So
Nice.
Well,
Yeah.
you're listening to this podcast right now, so
That's
you're already
right,
off
Yeah.
to just a good start
Nice.
there.
I was listening to a podcast called Things You Should Know. It
Mhm.
was about like either like the hazelnut or the Brazil nut, and apparently Hawaii is like the main exporter for that, which is surprising because you think of like palm trees and coconuts, but
Yeah.
no, regular nuts.
Big
Nice.
nuts.
Big nuts in
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Big
Nice.
nuts in Hawaii.
Good
I know the
stuff.
macadamia nut is Hawaiian, but I guess they got other nuts there too.
They got nuts.
They got nuts in Hawaii.
So let's those are some fun facts from the team here. Let's dive in and provide some value for our listeners in marketing, social media, all the above. Do you guys, I mean, I could just riff, but is there anything in particular you guys have a question on that I could answer?
I mean, I want to know what the heck is up with Instagram Reels.
Please.
And why does Instagram seem to have more success copying other people than the original? Maybe TikTok is doing better than Reels, but
Yes.
Instagram is like known for just copying and pasting other features
Yes.
into their features and into their, app and making it better and it work better.
Mhm.
So do you think Reels can realistically surpass TikTok in terms of views?
Okay, so first things first. I don't know how Instagram gets away with literally copying features from other apps. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know
Right.
how they get away with it. One, two, they do a good job of it. They integrate it well with the app. The only thing I think out of all the things that they've done that maybe missed the mark or didn't get crossover correctly would be IGTV. And
Yeah.
I think they're phasing out of that.
Mm-hmm.
But they find things that are trends that people are using or something will explode and they'll quickly integrate it into their app, which is super smart. But like I said, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know how they get away with it. Like you would
Right.
think that they get sued a ton. Now, Instagram Reels, the head of Instagram, I don't remember his name, doesn't matter. The head of Instagram came out with a post. You could look it up on YouTube. You could type in like Instagram's no longer photo sharing app or CEO of Instagram, whatever. He comes out and he does this post saying that Instagram is no longer a photo sharing app. Everyone that's what it was known for. It was a photo sharing app, Instagram. You put pictures up. So they're now, because of TikTok, they now shifted their focus towards video and even more so Instagram Reels. So these are some of the things that we do that helps our clients because they are blindly just posting pictures and thinking they're doing something that's good for their business, when in reality, it's actually hurting their reach and hurting their engagement and views. So what you want to do is do the features that Instagram comes out with as soon as possible. So Instagram came out with Instagram Reels. They're rewarding you for doing what they want. So if you put an Instagram Reel up, they're going to show it to more people. And this is proven. Like I can, it's kind of tough. You can't see it from here, but I could literally pull up posts and show you the reach and show you the numbers, like a simple Instagram Reel that we put up. We put up one 2 hours ago. We put up one 2 hours ago, an Instagram Reel, and that already, not even an hour ago, that already reached 555 people. Okay. So now, is there like a regular picture here? Because I bet you if I have a regular picture here, it didn't even reach that many people. But more of the story is if you put up a reel, if you go Instagram Live, if you use the newer features, they reward you and they show it to more people. You're doing what they want. So where people fall into the trap is they post every day, which is great. If you're able to post every day, great. But you want to post every day only if you're putting up quality content that gets engaged with. If you're posting every day and it's content that's not getting engaged with, it's telling Instagram and Facebook, they work the same. Facebook owns Instagram. It's telling these platforms the content that I'm putting up isn't getting engaged with. So let's show it to less people.
Right.
And if you're doing that every day, now your reach goes down and down and down and down and down. So easy math. So you have 1,000 followers. You post something, it's not going to 1,000 followers. It's going to a fraction of that, 10% maybe, right? So it's going to like 100 people to start. Now, if no one engages with that post, the next time you post, it might go to 80 people. You do it again, 50 people. Like pretty soon your reach is to nothing, right? And you're already on a saturated platform where tons of people are posting. So you already have that working against you. But now if you post something quality that gets engaged with, liked, commented, shared on, it's telling the platform this is good stuff. This is keeping people on the platform. Let's show it to more people. So if your mentality is that way, you post something, 1,000 followers, it goes to 100 people. People like it, comment, they share on it. Great. The next time you post, Facebook and Instagram will be like, let's show it to more people. It's good stuff. 200 people, 300 people. So you want to work the algorithm into your favor rather than doing things that are plummeting. A lot of times we're seeing people thinking they're doing something good for their social media account, but they're really plummeting into the ground.
Right. I mean, it almost sounds like a virtual social media credit score in a way,
Yes.
where if you have a high credit score, I mean, that's a benefit. It's going to help you
Yes.
out.
Yes.
There's, the right way to grow. You just use your card, you pay your bill every month, nothing late, and your score will grow.
Yeah.
If you post the right posts on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, do it the right way, the way that TikTok and all these platforms want you to do it, you're going to grow and you will be rewarded.
Yeah, it's a social media credit score.
Here's your clip, right? Here's your clip, Ryan. Social media is more like a video game than it is television. People want to just put stuff on their social media like a commercial, like it's a television commercial, and people have to watch. They don't have to watch what you put up. So you want to put engaging stuff up. So you got to work it. You got to think about it more like a video game. How can I level up? How can I get engagement? What can I do on the back end? There's a lot of stuff going on the back end. And you might not have time to deal with that. You're a business. You should be focused on the business and not to toot our own horn, but that's where Undefeated Media comes in, because we help you on the back end, not only making you quality content, but also making sure the right people see it and engage with it. So you want to approach it like a video game, less like a commercial. If you go to YouTube and type in first television commercials, you are going to see, you click on the first one, 1941, whatever. You're going to see radio ads, like a voiceover, like a radio ad. Come near now, whatever, blah, 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 with a logo on the screen. It's not even a video. It's just a logo on the screen, radio ad, because they didn't figure out the platform yet. They didn't figure out TV yet. That's what's happening right now with social media. People are trying to take TV commercials and put it on social media. It doesn't work. It'll iron itself out. I feel like we're on the cutting edge of this, where we're like putting the research in and the time in to doing it the right way. But eventually people will figure it out. But that's where we are right now, where people are trying to, just like before with radio and TV, now we're having the TV social media transition.
Right. And I mean, it sounds almost stupid, obvious to be ahead of the curve. But the sooner you can figure out how to, use these programs and social media platforms optimally, the better of an experience and return you're going to get. By the time people actually, by the time the masses, the average user figures out, how the algorithm works, it's already too late and they're already on to the next thing. So being on top of what is going on right now is the most important thing you can be doing in any industry. So stay on top of what it is you're doing. Do not let yourself fall behind, because that's when you slip up.
Bingo was the name of. So TikTok, people exploded quickly because there was more people on TikTok than there was content. So it needed to show your content to people because it needed more content, right? So not even a year ago, 4 months ago, you would post something on TikTok and it would get a lot of views, a lot of likes, a lot of followers. Already, I don't want to say you missed the boat completely, but already it's getting more and more saturated. Your stuff's you're like, before 4 months ago, it was very easy to get to this For You page where you were showing up in people's like suggestions and they would show your stuff to more people. Already they're cutting down on that and making it harder and harder to get a more viral post. So like when these things hit, it's best for you to put a little time in learning it and doing it. You're better off doing that and like it goes away than missing the boat when you could have engaged and grew fairly quickly because you're the first one there. A perfect example is Clubhouse. Clubhouse was big for maybe a month or two. We were dabbling with it. I think that's one of the platforms that kind of died out. I don't think many people are doing anything with Clubhouse anymore. But that's an example where it's good to learn about it, see how it works for you, see if you can engage with it, if something happens, wonderful, you learn from it. If something doesn't happen, whatever. But you need to put the time and effort early. You don't want to wait, because like now, if you're like trying to be big on Instagram, you need to have quality content because it's oversaturated. You won't like break from the mold. You won't explode instantly. Just like you're not the first ones there.
Mhm.
Everyone else has been there, growing a following. It's oversaturated. There's a lot of content, and that content outnumbers the people. So you either need to pay for views,
Mhm.
or you need to have something that really breaks free from the algorithm. That's something spectacular. People are engaging in viral and stuff like that. Whereas TikTok is a newer platform. You could be there early and really pump out content and get a lot of views and get a lot of effort. We put up a post not too long ago, I believe for Undefeated Media, and there's not a ton of followers for the Undefeated Media page, but it reached thousands of people because it was a good piece of content. So the followers on TikTok does not equate to the views, because they need the content. Whereas Instagram, they don't need your content. It's oversaturated,
Mhm.
right? So you want to be there early. You want to experiment. And that brings us to NFTs.
Oh boy.
NFT is a space, we don't have to go dive deep into it, but NFT is a space where people don't really understand it yet.
Me.
People don't understand it yet. But if you put the time and effort into it early, it'll benefit you a lot more. And NFT, when I say NFTs, I also mean like the metaverse and the virtual world and the AR stuff. It's
Mhm.
all web. They're calling it Web 3.0.
Right.
So, dial up the whole that was Web 1.
Mhm.
The Google search, the Google
Google
search
era.
engine, the Google search engine era was Web 2.0, and now we're starting to get what they call Web 3.0, metaverses and NFTs and all this stuff.
Yep.
But instead of like thinking it's not going to work out and being like, oh no, that's stupid, like you're better off like learning about a little bit, because from what I'm noticing and the trends is more things pan out than don't.
Right.
So if it starts to
Right.
pop a little bit, you hear in 3 or 4 places, you're better off taking a little time and learning about it than just ignoring it. Because
Mhm.
like we're seeing that with the cryptocurrency.
A level of awareness is healthy.
Yeah.
We're seeing with the
Smart.
cryptocurrency. If I hear a cryptocurrency 3 or 4 times, I'm probably throwing a couple bucks on it. It's not going to hurt me to throw $50 on, Dogecoin, let's say. And that's a meme coin. That's a joke. Like everyone's like, oh, it's a meme coin, a joke coin. Elon Musk says Dogecoin, it skyrockets up. Great. I put $50 on it when I heard it 3 or 4 times, and it was 0.000001 cent. Throw $50 on it. That $50 is now a couple $1,000 because it went up like a penny.
Yeah.
Right. So
Right.
I'm not, this is not just investing advice. And I don't know if to say this. I don't want to get sued. I'm not a financial advisor.
Be careful now.
But I'm saying, what I'm saying is, in general, you should be putting time and effort into things. If you hear it 3 or 4 times from different places, you should probably look into it, because I feel it'll pan out more than not.
Yeah. I mean, it's just what people are willing to buy into. I mean, people forget that we have the power, really. I mean, it doesn't always feel like it, but you tell a friend about Dogecoin, that friend tells a friend, that friend tells a friend, and it just snowballs into something like we saw. I mean, it was a useless coin that, Elon Musk thought it would be funny to tweet about. And that's all it takes is one person to say, buy Dogecoin.
Yeah.
And Dogecoin blows up. So all it takes is one person, one, influential person to say, get on this wave, get on this trend.
Yeah.
And before you know it, it's already
it's like
taken off.
Like groups of people, like Wall Street Bets, when they all got together and just decided to follow one thing. There's power in numbers for sure. So there's that influence, but it's your own network. Just
So
a little bit of money everywhere. I think that's how
absolutely.
Doug
Yeah.
goes,
Well, money. I'm, like I said, not a financial advisor. I'm using this as an example. Clubhouse. It wouldn't hurt you to know about it. It didn't pan out, whatever. It didn't, but it's not going to hurt you. You figured out how to do audio stuff. Maybe you transition those skills into your podcast, right? But like a good example is cryptocurrency. Someone told me about Bitcoin when it was like $50. I wish I could go back in time and buy like 4 or 5 of those, because we would have $1 million cameras in here. But yeah, it's like if you start to hear things and trends and stuff, you're better off learning about it,
Mhm.
or
At the very least, learning about it.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean, like if so, kudos to you if you're a business and you're trying to do this all on your own while running your business. It's a full-time job alone. That's why we create Undefeated Media, to take that off your plate so we can handle that for you while you do your business. But if you're doing this on your own and you're looking to grow, like the easiest way is to dabble in the things that are new, because you'll be the first one there, getting all the views, getting all the beachfront property. At the beginning, and it's free. So like these are cost effective things, getting your message out. Better off doing it than to not. What else we got?
I don't know. I reminds me of a quote from Yoda: "Do or do not. There is no
There is
try."
no try. Absolutely.
Very true.
So
Absolutely.
you either commit to it or you don't. Choice is yours, and the consequences or rewards are also yours.
So going along with this trend, along with this conversation, is what we do here is we're trying to do, 80% of the stuff that we do, tried and true content, social media platforms. We're trying to do the 80% that's tried and true, and we're taking 20% of our effort and we're putting that into the new stuff. That if we can hit a TikTok, if we could hit a Clubhouse, if we could get onto these things early, it's better off that we start putting eggs in other baskets. Because what happens when MySpace fails and is no longer a thing? I had all these followers on MySpace, and now MySpace is not a thing. What do I do now? Well, if you were putting time and effort into other platforms, you may be able to transition those people from MySpace to your other platforms, rather than being like waiting for something terrible to happen and now you have to build from the ground up. So we want to be 80% tried and true, what works, and tending to those people, and 20% to new stuff that we can look to grow in other ways. Don't want to be complacent.
No, don't be sitting and don't write new things off just because you don't get it. Just learn a
Yeah.
little bit about it, because TikTok seemed like, oh, that's just a you know dance
Fad.
app. But yeah.
Yeah.
So no, it's a whole new way of consuming. I mean, think about how much time you can spend on TikTok. It's just you watch your time, like an hour, and you just been flipping through. But it's efficient. It works.
And
You get the
yeah.
good content. You get up front.
Yeah, just seeing how much it's changed in the last year
Yeah.
alone. It went from, like Doug said, it was a dancing app. A lot of people were using it for entertainment purposes, but I mean, there's all kinds of creators on TikTok now. You have your dancers, you have your financial advisors, you have your fantasy sports professionals, you have people, like our clients who are using it as an extension of their, their podcast, posting clips, like we're going to be doing from this podcast. So, just making sure you're on top of, the trends in your industry and taking advantage is just so important.
Great stuff. Rachel, any questions, comments, concerns over there? All right, cool. Just checking, seeing if you had any questions. This is great stuff. Anything else, guys? Anything else? We won't stay on too much longer, but last chance, everyone at home. If you want to put a question in the comment section, we'll answer it live. Anything else that you guys want to touch base on or ask?
I guess. I mean, I'm curious. Do you think there's any holes left in the social media game for another platform to arise? I mean, nobody really foresaw TikTok, but here's TikTok that's absolutely dominating. Nobody thought that, short form media would absolutely take over, the majority of what we consume, but here's TikTok. So is there anything that you see that could arise that, there's a demand for?
Yes, I believe. And if I had the bankroll to do this, I would start a photo sharing app, and I would claim the space that Instagram just left a gaping hole on. It doesn't have to be Instagram. It doesn't have to be a copy of Instagram, but I would try to figure out a way to make something new that has to do with photos. Maybe it's different the way you tag people, or you could collaborate and put photos together and they get posted. Who knows? I don't know. I don't have the bankroll to roll out an app right now, but if like you got to look what's out there. Podcasting, it's its own beast.
Yeah.
Clubhouse tried to capitalize on the audio form of things, who knows? Maybe it'll make a revival. I don't know. I just feel like it popped for a minute and then it didn't really pan out. TikTok is really cashing in on short form video and like quick fixes and really, it speaks to the generation. So here's a little story for you. Sports and the generation really coincide with what the mindset is in the world at the time. So like America's pastime is baseball.
Yeah.
During that era was, lax, take your time, do your thing, that the baseball and that time period, America's pastime really coincide together. Then in the whatever, as time progressed, the NFL really popped. And NFL's fast paced, like the industrial era, fast paced, working really hard, moving really quick. It tends to that era. So like, it's the same thing right now with platforms. It's like, all right, people short attention spans want a quick fix. TikTok's popping.
Yeah.
And things come in cycles. So right now it's popping these short form video quick fixes, which are great. But I would bet like long form video will start, making its way. YouTube will counteract that with longer form videos. And people will start appreciating those as well. But there's a place for everything. And so to answer your question, I think there's a big gap right now. I don't think any app is capitalizing on photos. And I'm not saying it to copy Instagram. Like I said, a new and interesting way to tag people together in places with a photo or whatever. Yeah. But yeah.
That's funny that you say that. There actually is an app. I think it was created by some kid, but I think David Dobrik might have kind of hijacked the idea.
Oh yeah.
So the whole premise of the app is that you take a picture and you can't view it until the next day. So let's say you're at a party with friends,
okay,
and you want to document the night, but you don't want to have to worry about staying on your phone, checking your social media. Did people like it? Did people like it? You take a picture and then you can't see it until the next day. So you're forced, in a sense, to stay in that moment. The picture's taken. It would be like a disposable camera. You can't see those pictures until they're developed. You take the picture, you can't view it till later. And I think that would not only have a lot of people constantly coming back to the app because it forces you to look later on in the day. I think it would also be helpful for people in today's day and age to just be more present. I think all of us, especially, people my generation, I'm a little younger than you guys, but, we've pretty much grown up with phones in our hands our entire life, or at least some sort of electronic device. So to be able to take a step back from that and really try to not preoccupy your brain with social media and I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot to think about, but
nice.
I think it's a cool idea, and I hope that it ends up coming to fruition because I think that would be something that could compete with how Instagram used to be.
Yeah, I think that's a nice feature because live in the moment, take the picture, have fun, look at it later. Because then you think about the people take pictures in that moment, they look at it like, I'll delete it. I look terrible. But, maybe they'll forget, see it the next day. It's like, oh, okay, I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, you're able to see it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
And I just think it would make a whole night if everybody agreed, we can take pictures. That's fine. It's one thing. I know some people are like, put your phones away. Don't put, artists at concerts, keep your phones in your pocket.
Extreme.
You know what? That's fine. But I'm also okay. We live in an era where everybody's got a great a great camera in their pocket.
Yeah.
If you want to take some pictures, it's fine. But I think this app would kind of encourage people to stay off their phones. So
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. Last chance questions, comments, concerns in the comments section. Anything else from you guys?
I got nothing.
Concerns? Connor, Rachel?
So do we have a goal for Undefeated Media in the new year?
Yeah, you know what? Let's set this New Year's resolution on camera so we can.
New Year's resolution.
Yeah, we'll come back to this.
So one would be
or a 2-2-2 Tuesday.
So we need to come up with 2,222 goals.
Well, come back.
Yeah. So
reference that.
One would be taking our own medicine, putting out more content for us.
Mhm.
But that, we have to take that with a grain of salt because our clients do come first.
Yeah.
Another one would be going live more on right now we're on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube to provide you guys with more content and more information. And I think that's a good place to start. And the behind the scenes vlog kind of stuff. That's another area which we would like to. We have all this tons and tons of footage. Now we just gotta edit them real nice and put them up for you guys to see.
Yeah, come see how it's done.
All
That's
right.
how we do it.
You guys want to
This is
add to
how
that?
We do it. I mean, it's true.
And
I
it's a
think
big cookie to swallow
it
anyway. But
is.
is anything else?
It's a lot to take on. But I mean, it's true. If people are listening to us, they look at our stuff, and we're not doing the things that we're telling our clients to do. I mean, they have a right to be skeptical. So let's not give them that reason.
And show them that we do it.
Let's put that effort, the effort that we put into our clients, also into ourselves, because I mean, I think it's important to invest in yourself.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
I want to go. I want to go completely to the spectrum that we don't do it. We just got to do more of it.
Yeah. Right.
know?
Right.
But like I said, our clients come first, and that's why some of our stuff gets to the wayside.
Mhm.
But yeah, that seems like some good goals. Other than that, this is a pretty solid episode.
Yeah.
A lot of useful information in there. So we're giving it to you guys for free. So enjoy that.
Oh yeah.
Questions, comments, concerns. Everybody good?
I mean, I
Good.
think I'm good. I think we're
Nice.
all set.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you in the next episode.